Hello my lovelies, I hope you're well. I wonder if you can guess who I am today. I've had so many requests from you guys for a Jessie J look. Jessie J. And so today I decided to take the plunge and put on my black wig and really go for it. Let me just move my little fringe so you can see these amazing Swarovski eye crystals. They're absolutely beautiful. They are from Eyeko and I'll show you how you put them on. Really easy to do. They take literally seconds and look absolutely amazing. Really pale face as you can see, and some ready tangerine lips. So I've basically used two Jessie J looks in one to how to get the ultimate Jessie J. Let's begin with our Jessie J look. I've actually clipped back my hair so it doesn't get in the way, and as you can see I've already done my eyebrows, and for this I use MAC's Espresso eyeshadow, which is a dark brown because I wanted them to be really dark and defined. She always has really defined eyebrows, a bit of a scarce brow, but since she's got black hair she can pull it off. But I didn't want it to be too black, so I went for a really dark brown. So the first thing I've already done is applied my Urban Decay Prime Potion all over my eyelid, and then all we're going to do is just build a really dark, simple, smoky eye. Just take a fairly large brush and use a grey. I'm actually using this old MAC palette, which I bought for Christmas about 2 years ago. So I'm just using the grey in there. Any kind of grey, this one has a little bit of shimmer in it, but a matte grey would work just as well. And all I'm doing is tapping that all over the lid. Just be careful you don't get too much fallout, because if you've done your face makeup already like I have, you don't want to have too much shadow falling under the eye. So all I'm doing is just going around the socket and all over the lid. Then we're going to start to bring it out a little bit, so I'm just going to shade slightly up from the outer corner to my brow, and then blend that with the crease shadow just to create a bit of a winged shape. And then I'm going to take a little bit on the edges of my brush and brush that right underneath. The reason I start out with grey is just because it's easier to add. If you start out with black, it's very difficult to blend it out. And just feather the edges softly. I'm using a little Lancome brush. It's quite an old brush. Anything that's a little bit more stiff, you don't want anything too fluffy because you will get fallout everywhere. And then I'm using MAC's Carbon, which is just a deep matte black. You can go for a shimmery black if you want. Make sure that you really tap off any extra eyeshadow, and then you really want to press it onto the lid. Take your time working with this. There's absolutely no rush. You don't want to sweep it all over the lid and end up with a big black mess. So just carefully tap it right onto the lid to build up that really dark, intense, smoky eye. Just like that. Don't worry if you have a little bit of pink showing through from your lids. We're going to correct that with eyeliner later. And then you can take a pencil brush, or just use this brush very carefully with the edge and go right underneath the eye. Now don't worry if now it looks like a big mess. We're going to blend it all out. So we're going to blend just along the edges of where the black meets the grey and really blend it up. You don't want to blend right along where the black is because you're going to remove that black shadow and then make an even bigger mess. So just blend along the edges and then keep flicking it up. And the same on the bottom, keep flicking it upwards towards the corner to build that swooping cat eye shape. So the trick here is not to panic, but just keep blending until you have something like this, and then if you need to add a little bit more black on the corner, add a little bit more black, and then just keep on blending out. Now Jessie doesn't like anything too stark on the brow bone here, so I'm just going to leave that. If you need to tidy it up, if you've gone a little bit too high, then just take your face powder, and then also the inner corner here, just so that your eyes aren't too closed off. Now it's time to apply the crystals, and I'm going to be using iRock crystals from rockcosmetics.com, and they look like this on the packaging. Absolutely amazing. Now they are a little bit fiddly, so excuse me if I have to cut at any point. What you want to do is make sure that they're all pressed into the clear part here, and then you want to carefully peel off the backing. So you want all the crystals to remain on the clear part here at the front. I'm just going to do that slowly. If any crystals come off like that one just did, just press it back on and keep peeling it. I find it's easier if you tilt it a little bit as well. There's always a few stubborn crystals that just don't want to stay on. Until you have the sheet with the crystals on like this, so the sticky parts with adhesive are in the back. And then you want to do is take your time in positioning your crystals. I like to have my bigger sweep on the outside here, and when you're doing your first one it's much easier, but the second one you really have to line up, so excuse me while I do that. And once they're on, you just want to close your eye and really press them down. 5 or 10 seconds. You can start to peel them off and really hope for the best. As you can see, I've missed a few crystals here, but they're easy enough to put back on with tweezers. So once you have all the crystals on your eye, that should look something like this. You can see they're really easy to press in, and then you want to just press them down for about 10 seconds each, which I've already done off camera. And as you can see, I can move my eyes around and they're not going anywhere. Jessie J always has really dark liner on her waterline, so I'm just going to use a black coal from MAC, which is in Feline, and line the waterline. This is a really soft smudgy coal, so as you blink it's going to transfer to your upper waterline as well, but I like to just colour in the edge of mine as well, getting right between the lashes. Add black liquid liner with a little flick. I'm using the L'Oreal Superliner in Carbon Gloss. Make sure you get all the gaps in between the lashes as well. Such a dark look, you don't want any skin showing through. Now I'm just going to apply my mascara, and for this I'm using Eyeko's new skinny brush mascara, which is pretty much like the Big Eyes mascara, the original Eyeko mascara reinvented. I really love the formulation and it's so dark and pigmented. Now I'm just going to apply some lashes. Actually using Eyelure Lashes, but I got these free with the magazine, so unfortunately I can't really tell you about them. But any kind of black lashes will do. As you can see, these are pretty full and quite long. This looks already dramatic enough, so why not go for dramatic lashes? Now once you have finished your lashes, this is what your look should look like. Pretty dramatic. For the rest of my face, all I have on at the moment is foundation and setting powder, for which I use the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus, and then I use the Pure Minerals powder foundation in number 1 Serenity, so pretty much the lightest. This is much more pale than I normally look. I've skipped any bronzer or blush or anything because she normally just has a really pale face, although she doesn't have freckles like me, so has as much kind of clearer, whereas you can still see some of my freckles. It feels quite weird to be without blush or any colour on my face, but that's the Jessie J look. And then for lips, she often does really dramatic dark eyes with really full-on lips. So I thought if we're doing a Jessie J look, then we might as well go all out. So I'm using the Longwear Lip Creme colour in Good To Go from MAC. I'm just going to apply this straight from the tube and then use a lip brush just to even it out. So once the lips are done, this is the final look. Now I'm just going to have to fix my little fringe. And we have our Jessie J look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. This is why I don't have a fringe, because I would fiddle with it all the time. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed a more dramatic look. A lot of you guys have been requesting this, so let me know what you think. I don't think I could ever go out looking like this. I don't think I could quite pull it off in the same way as Jessie, but it's really fun to try. So thank you all so much for watching, and I shall see you all soon. Lots of love. Bye. I could do it like a brother, do it like a dude.